Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubuzala, bringing in trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. EL-Rufai laments envy among political class amid corruption allegations. NNPCL admits debt to petrol suppliers responsible for queues. Serap sues Akpabio Abbas for fixing National Assembly running costs. Israel recovers hostage bodies from Gaza tunnel as West Bank violence rages. Now, top on what's trending, former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai took to his official X handle over the weekend to share his personal thoughts on what he termed envy among Nigeria's political class. His lamentation follows allegations of corruption and misappropriation of government funds during his 8 years as governor of Kaduna State. The Kaduna State House of Assembly had claimed that his 8-year administration allegedly siphoned 432 billion naira, leaving the state with huge debt liabilities. Earlier in June, the State Assembly's ad hoc committee investigating all finances, loans and contracts awarded under the El-Rufai administration submitted its report to the House. The chairman of the ad hoc committee, Henry Zakaria, said most of the loans obtained under El-Rufai's administration were not used for their intended purpose, and in some cases, due process was not followed in securing them. Now, responding to that, a netizen said, "It is evident that the accusations against Malam Nasir are merely attempts to tarnish his image. The claims that he stole money from Kaduna State are made without any evidence and are driven by malice. Even those making these allegations know that he is not a thief. Their goal is simple: to damage his reputation. However, their efforts will only lead to their own downfall as they risk losing favor with both the governor and the State House of Assembly. Malam Nasir is above their petty attempts." Another person said, "But he's the top amongst them." Another wrote, "He don't reach your turn, he turned to envy." Now, next on what's trending, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited finally admitted the company's significant debt to petrol suppliers, saying it poses a threat to the sustainability of fuel supply. In a statement on Sunday, NNPCL spokesman Olufemi Shoneye said, "This financial strain has placed considerable pressure on the company and poses a threat to the sustainability of fuel supply." In line with the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, NNPC Limited remains dedicated to its role as a supplier of last resort, ensuring national energy security. We are actively collaborating with relevant government agencies and other stakeholders to maintain a consistent supply of petroleum products nationwide, the statement read. Now, responding, someone said, "Hope EFCC is packaging all these stories very well." Another said, "I really don't understand. NNPCL imports PMS, sells to marketers at a certain price, hence the introduction of subsidy to reduce the landing cost. So how is it that they owe marketers? Someone should please educate me." Another person wrote, "Why not supply crude to Dangote? Please end our suffering. Let the poor breathe." The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has set stringent financial requirements for companies vying to operate and maintain the Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company and Kaduna Refining and Petrochemical Company. In the expression of interest document released by NNPC on Saturday, only firms with the minimum average annual turnover of $2 billion will qualify for the bidding process, as the National Oil Company stressed that the bidders must be debt-free. NNPC said the successful bidders must possess the technical expertise and financial strength to effectively manage the refineries and secure a steady supply of petroleum products to meet national energy security needs. Now, responding, someone said, "The Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC, is raising the bar for companies interested in operating and maintaining the Warri and Kaduna refineries. The new requirement means that only firms with an annual turnover of at least $2 billion and no outstanding debt will be considered for the bidding process. This move emphasizes the need for bidders to have both strong financial health and technical expertise. NNPC is focusing on ensuring that whoever takes over these refineries can effectively manage them and provide a reliable supply of petroleum products to support the country's energy security. Now, next on what's trending, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, over their failure to end fixing the National Assembly's allowances and running costs and the failure to account for the monthly running costs paid to members. In the suit filed last Friday, August 21st, at the Federal High Court, Abuja, Akpabio and Abbas were sued separately and on behalf of all members of the National Assembly. Serap, in the suit filed on behalf of his lawyers, is seeking an order to direct and compel Akpabio and Abbas to end the apparently unlawful practice of the National Assembly fixing its remuneration and allowances termed as running costs. The organization is also seeking an order to direct and compel Akpabio and Abbas to disclose the exact amount of the monthly running costs being paid to and received by the lawmakers and the spending details of any such running costs. Now, next on what's trending, the Nigerian Aviation Handling Company PLC has rewarded a staff member of the company, Awal Dankode, who found and returned $10,000 while cleaning an aircraft in Kano. According to a statement on Saturday, Kano-born Dankode was hosted at the company's headquarters at the Murtala Muhammad International Airport in Lagos for his transparency, honesty, and integrity. Dankode was assigned alongside other colleagues to clean the MS-878 passenger aircraft operated by Egypt Air when he found the money left behind by the passenger on seat number 25H at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport last Wednesday. He promptly turned the money over to the airline station manager. Now, a netizen said, "God bless him. Many Nigerians are sincere and have integrity. We are not all corrupt. Kudos to NACO for rewarding him." Another person opined, "His type is not common in Nigeria today. Why? Notwithstanding his upbringing and the fear of Allah makes the difference between him and other fellow citizens that love to take what doesn't belong to them at the slightest opportunity. Congratulations to him." Now let's go on a quick break, and when we return, the program continues. Stay with us. Welcome back, it's Newsfeed. Now, a former Miss South Africa contestant, Chidinma Adesina, has won the Miss Universe Nigeria 2024. Adesina, who was compelled to withdraw from the Miss South Africa competition, emerged victorious over 24 other contestants. Born in Soweto, Adesina was forced to leave the Miss South Africa contest after the country's Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gaston Mackenzie, opposed her participation due to her Nigerian Mozambican parentage. Adesina reached the final 16 of the competition before some South Africans called for her disqualifications on the grounds of her nationality. Now, responding to that, a netizen said, "Why are some people arguing over Chidinma's victory? I hope you guys know that the standards for the Miss Universe South Africa, for which Chidinma was a top 5. She was moving to victory in a pageant that has produced the highest number of Miss Universe in the world. You still want to argue why she won when Miss Kwara was a contestant?" Another said, "Elders of Nigeria should really deal with the competition organization. This was not fair to the ladies of Nigeria who were there from the start. Where you get invited and win over everyone, does that simply mean that those girls were just not good enough?" Another person wrote, "For the second time, they had to stab Miss Rivers in the back. Very unfair judges. Compare a semi-finalist in Miss South Africa pageant and one of the top 5 in Miss World 2019. Nigeria will always be Nigeria. I still love the girl, which is the winner, but it looks like this was done to compensate her and retaliate against South Africans. At best, she should have become the first runner-up to represent Nigeria at Miss Supranational, just to avoid any sort of unhealthy competition." And now on the foreign scene, Israel announced Sunday its troops had found 6 dead hostages in a Gaza tunnel, while Israeli police said a shooting attack in an occupied West Bank killed 3 officers. The deadly shooting near the city of Hebron added to surging violence in the West Bank, which is separated from Gaza by Israeli territory and where Israel has pressed on since Wednesday with a large-scale military operation that has sparked international concern. In the besieged Gaza Strip, humanitarian pauses in the nearly 11th-month war between Israel and Hamas were set to take hold on Sunday to facilitate a massive polio vaccination drive, which a health official told AFP had begun. A military statement said the remains of 6 hostages were recovered Saturday from an underground tunnel in the Rafah area in southern Gaza and formally identified in Israel. Now, responding to that, someone said they didn't die, they were murdered in cold blood just before they were going to be saved. Another said, killed by Israeli airstrikes. Another person wrote, did they die because Israel bombed them? They wouldn't even have anywhere to hold hostages that were safe. When you keep bombing a place, you're gonna kill the hostages too. I doubt very many of them are alive because they can barely even feed their own people. Do you think they have extra food, medicine, water, even a place to sleep? RIP to all those suffering on both sides. And now in sports, the Nigeria Football Federation has confirmed that the appointment of Bruno Labbadia as the head coach of the Super Eagles was botched by stringent regulations of German tax authorities. The NFF said that in the event, technical director of Nigeria Football Federation, Coach Augustine Eguavoin, will now take charge of the Super Eagles for the upcoming 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying matches against Benin Republic, Uyo 7th September, and Rwanda, Kigali 10th September. It will be Ugavion's 4th stint in charge of the 3-time African champions after earlier experience in 2005 to 2007, 2010 and 2022. In a statement released by the NFF on Friday, President Ibrahim Gusau was quoted as saying that the federation cannot offset the tax percentage on the German coach's salary. According to him, the issue of offsetting the coach's tax was not part of the initial agreement before his appointment was announced. Now, a netizen said, Eguavoin always coming through since 1752. How he keeps accepting this stint is what I don't know. NFF must be proud of him. Another person said, the federal government of Nigeria should let a private company run the affairs of our national sports team as a contract assignment. It's a proven success even here in Nigeria. It also makes accountability clear. Another person said, why must we always depend on European coaches? We create fantastic players. Why not encourage them to coach when they finish their professional careers? And now to a funny video depicting 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the owner. Take a look.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Look at my face. Like I could have killed a lot of people.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Son, Micah, Emmanuel, Ophelia, like I'll kill.
And that's it. You're up to date with trending stories across the world. Follow us and subscribe to all our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Until next time, goodbye.